What's good, everybody? It's your boy Aristotle, Art with Derari, Full Throttle. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We back with another episode of Stock Sundays. Everybody tell me where you from, all right? Tell me where you from. And we're going to get this thing popping, all right? It's been a hectic 2 weeks of the stock market, especially unless you were holding long. Of course, we had a pullback. I predicted the pullback last week. That's room service. Y'all know I'm in Turks and Caicos right now. Not Turks and Caicos, Barbados. There we go. Asia going to get it though. We lit. So let me see where y'all from. I closed out a lot of leaps too. Indianapolis, Kansas, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Nashville, Baltimore. We from everywhere. All right. So we're going to get right into it, folks. I'm live from Barbados. First things first is we got to see exactly what the market is doing. All right, folks. So I'm going to turn the attention here. So next week is November 18th through the 22nd. We have housing market index. Housing stats. No major reports on Wednesday. Conference board leading. Nothing really next week that you need to be too concerned about. So we can go ahead and hop right into exactly what I'm watching. But before we talk about what I'm watching, let's go turn our attention to the number one stunner. Or let's go look at Bitcoin first. All right, BTC. All right. Oops, wrong one. I always do this. BTC, there we go. Bitcoin stand. Bitcoin is at literally 90K. So Bitcoin is at 90K. Has broken through all of this last low of about 50 racks in August. So last low, 50K August. All right. So that's Bitcoin for you. Let's go look at SPY, which is the Bitcoin of the stock market. The OG, the S&P 500 is, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. All right. So this is where I predicted that the stocks would fall from here. Is crazy because I got in some leaps, some put leaps up here just to see, test the waters of 15% on those. Let me show you guys though. Let's do this. So now we are retesting highs, previous all-time highs right here. So I'm predicting it to either go or come down to this level, this next psychological level here. So I'm predicting SPY to come down at least to the 575 level if it does decide to bounce. So I see it, working in this channel for now. And this could be a rising wedge kind of channel, but we'll see. If it breaks this line of support here, then I can see it falling more. Let's bring up some moving averages real quick. All right, let's bring up some moving averages real quick. Let's go to the AEMA, which is this green line. Let's go to the 21 EMA, which is this yellow line. So as you can see, SPY is also trading on the 21 EMA, this yellow line, plus support, broken resistance turn support. So it has some type of key level here going on. Very small though, So it has some type of confluence there. Only two. So could it keep going? Maybe. One thing I do want to tell you guys too, as I keep stating, is to don't fight the trend. So the trend is bullish. Even if you take a dip here, unfortunately, based on, technicals and the rules of thumb, is you always play bull until proven otherwise. So that means, yes, you will have to take a L in order to be proven otherwise. But if you follow instructions throughout this whole trend, you should be up way more than you'll take a L, if that makes sense. So the whole idea is, once the trend turns bullish again, which is, turns from a bear market, then you're always buying dips. You're always buying the latest dips until proven otherwise. You never want to be like, you know what? I mean, you do, but not really. As far as I'm saying, you never want to predict the market highs, especially too early. A nice healthy trend lasts for about a year and a half to 2 years most of the time. So we looked at SPY. One of my favorite stock picks is Crocs. I like this one. I've been researching it. It's a setup that I'm used to playing. So one thing I learned too, folks, is ignore the noise. Play your setups. I'm not going to be the guy to be like, man, let me, I like this setup. We have a third touch of support here. This is on a daily chart. So this is Crocs, the shoes, the popular shoes that you guys wear. So Crocs, like the shoes. And the reason I like them is because if you look here, folks, so this is their yearly statements, right? Yearly statements. And 2020, you see they're making more money year over year, net, right? And more revenue. See that every year they're increasing in revenue and they're increasing in net income year after year, except this one. They had a hiccup, 2022. That could be because they invested some cash, who knows. And then right here, and then even TTM, trailing 12 months, and all numbers are in thousands. So you got to add 3 zeros to every number you see. The trailing 12 months, they're up 834 billion. My fault, million. It's not billions. But yes, million. So that's they're winning year after year on a winning streak, down a bunch while on a nice winning streak and on this third touch of support, and very oversold on the RSI. So that's another thing I like. Very oversold on the RSI. Did it beat earnings last time? And beat earnings. Beat earnings last time. So it beat earnings. To me, this would be my favorite setup. Could be a great leap play, to be honest. It's kind of tough because we're at all-time highs. But this setup here is, to me, a great setup. Very oversold on the RSI. On the daily chart, good fundamentally. I'm looking on the weekly chart. What was their high? Their all-time high is 183. Last time they completed that was 2021. So has potential to go up. In my honest opinion, it looks like a great play. It would be my favorite play of the week, and then my second favorite play of the week would be OLED, which is kind of a similar one to Crocs. Nice trend here. Like I said, folks, the market is still bullish until proven otherwise. Of course, we're due for a correction and everything, but OLED, right off this 200 MA on the daily chart, on the weekly chart too. So off this 200 MA and nice support on the weekly chart, I'm liking it. So those would be my my top two. And then I would personally recommend day trading, which I said I'm going to have to get back into because, depending on the market you're in, like right now, folks, me personally, I would day trade. I personally recommend learning the skill of both. because swing trading, especially the style of swing trading you got to do. I'm a dip buyer. So my style of swing trading would be, you know, waiting on the market to crash. So while like for instance, we're at SPY like 600, right? So my strategy would be, okay, cool. I'm going to wait on the market to dip. In the meantime, I'm going to day trade, probably swing some puts, ride the momentum down. Like in a perfect world, that's the way I would attack the market. That's the way I'm going to attack the market, but you can't be afraid to. So like a strategy like I would do now would be buy puts, swing some puts, try to catch the move down, and then also trim all of my leaps, which I did. I trimmed all the leaps, swing some puts, some long dated puts. So that's the lock in profits. Another thing is, don't be that guy to, especially with leaps, don't be that guy to hold profits all the way to the point where it crashes again, then you expire out. So take your profits, because you can always buy puts and you can always buy more into the dip. So once I got my account to 1 million, I just cashed out on a lot of shit. I'll show you guys too. I just got it to 1 million. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Let me show you. So yeah, check that out. I got it to 1 million. So that's on the Robinhood account. So yeah, folks, that's how I would recommend attacking the market. That's the perfect way to do it. The perfect way to attack the market is to wait for the dip, buy up shares, buy up, long dated options, let that bitch ride 1.5 to 2 years, buy puts, let it fall, buy the dip after another great fall, rinse and repeat, and you'll be rich forever. But it's all about where you buy and knowing how to buy and being in the right position, and also, betting on yourself and not necessarily listening to a lot of outside noise and news and things like that. Like, I'm going to be the one to tell you the truth. Like, I know what's going to happen. The market can go on this huge bull run, right? And yeah, Netflix is doing great too. But yes, the market can go on this huge bull run, but eventually it will have to correct. And the reason why I want to, stress this and tell you guys some things. God damn. Fuck, they calling so much for it. I'm talking about, I swear to God, y'all, I've been in this hotel for like 5 days. They have never called. But yeah, folks, the market can keep going up. It'll have to correct. So the reason why it has to correct is because, let's just say companies are making profits. Like, even if no matter what you do, eventually you'll peak in profits. So how I'm learning that the market moves is supply and demand. Not learning, but have learned. Of course, years ago, but remember, supply and demand. So right now, tech is booming because of AI. So AI is the demand. There's a demand for AI. Then you got to ask yourself, who's supplying and taking advantage of AI? So I know what you guys are asking me. Why is Aristotle talking about AI, and what is it doing to improve the stock market? What is it doing to improve the economy? How is it helping? I'm going to explain to you guys why AI is making the stock market boom the way it is right now and will continue to boom. All right. AI is making it to where companies save money on employees. That's number one. All right. So companies, that's why you see 10,000 layoffs for Amazon, thousands of layoffs for you name it. Anything you could think of. Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, everything, right? So what does that do? That saves a company billions, hundreds of millions, right? So now you're going to see companies making more money annually than they made the year prior. The strong survive, correct? Because of AI. So anybody who took advantage of AI should make more profits inherently from just firing employees, right? That's going to cut them some money. So what you guys don't realize is when a company fires employees, their profits go up. It doesn't go down. So I know what you guys thinking. Oh shit, Walmart just fired 10,000 employees. They must be going down. So you got to understand what's going on in the market. The top companies are tech companies. Tech companies are benefiting from AI. The demand is AI. Who's supplying it? NVIDIA. NVIDIA is supplying the chips to run the AI software system because all systems need chips, correct? NVIDIA is supplying it. Then you got Apple who's taking advantage of AI. Meta is taking advantage of AI. And then you just got a plethora of things that's happening in the last, lots of innovative things been happening. So remember, the stock market also thrives on innovation. So I'm going to be honest with y'all, and this is some real shit, and y'all heard this here. If Tesla dips again, you have to, this is a very, I'm going to be honest with you, like, this is a long-term play. Like, Tesla is a great long-term play. Anytime it dips, it's worth buying. And the reason why is because Musk is, I made this post, it was one of my last posts on Instagram. The CEO of a company will make or break where the company goes. So Musk is a great innovator right now. He's one of the top innovators, and innovation is very important when it comes to a company. Like, can they keep going? Can they keep scaling? Do they have room to scale? Tesla is literally at the, it's not in the beginner stages, but I would say the midpoint to where they're going. You know, he's going to be the iRobot. You remember the guy from iRobot, the guy who innovated all this fucking tech and all this shit to advance the America. And then you got to think now he's being appointed by the Trump administration. So it's funny how The Simpsons, iRobot, all these things kind of, and then that Audi Will Smith was driving looked similar to the Tesla little taxi cab. You know, always keep your eyes peeled, but always follow the money. I see Tesla being a firepower. You know what company I think is a sleeper? I think Disney is a sleeper. I think Disney will make a comeback. I think Disney has already thought about diversification, but I also think that because they're stepping into sports betting and everything, I like Disney for a long-term play. I thought they were good buys in the 80s and the 70s and all that when they were down there. Of course, PLTR, Plaintier Tech, I beat that dead horse. I should have bought shares though. I did buy leaps, but I've been killing the leap so much that I keep forgetting. But I'll be honest with y'all, make sure you keep buying shares too. Like, you know, you can buy Bitcoin, just buy assets. But right now, to me, stocks are still better asset than Bitcoin because it's cheaper. And unless Bitcoin drops down to 20, like none of you can afford 90,000. I won't say none, but the average American can't afford no $90,000 for a Bitcoin. So in my opinion, stocks is still something that will behoove you to get into, especially shares and everything, because it's still an asset. And remember, what is an asset? Asset is something that when you buy something, it returns you an investment. So for me personally, every time I get 100,000 or $1 million or whatever, right? Or 10,000, whatever level you on, you know, every time I get some spare change, I'm going to buy assets. That's what I've been doing, but it takes some easing into. You're going to invest more money over the years. So, you know, back then I would only put up 100 racks in assets. Then it became 1 million. Then it became 2 million. Then it became 5 million. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're going to build your asset portfolio. So what I would recommend all you do, if Bitcoin drops again, get you some Bitcoin. If motherfucking the stock market drops again, get you a lot of assets in innovative, profitable companies. Real estate, get you some real estate. Diversify. as much as you can. Get you some rental properties. Everybody here should be working on these 3 things, in my opinion. If I had to tell anybody, I don't care if you're a rapper, 9 to 5, whatever you are, everybody should be working on these 3 things at minimum. Stock market portfolio, that's the easiest one to do. Then second, I would say real estate and Bitcoin. Now, what do I mean? And then high yield savings accounts. So everybody needs to be working on getting a duplex or a quad or a triplex. Rental property, 2 properties, duplex, right? All of you need to be working on that. That's just basics. The basics are a duplex, about 100, I would say 50K in stocks, and maybe 50K Bitcoin. High yield savings, also credit is cool, but I would recommend getting you some business credit. You can do credit as well. Somebody said everybody does not have the money to throw 10K into the market and swing trade. That's true. And swing trading is not what people think it is. It's not, how do I explain it? And make sure you leave a like. If you're on Stock Sundays, leave a like, and I'll answer some questions. Would you dollar cost average into Bitcoin? I personally, this person asked me would I dollar cost average into Bitcoin? I personally, my recommendation is to wait on a drop. I know Bitcoin experts are telling you 87,000, 89,000 is, but in my opinion, this happens with any asset. It's FOMO right now. So you're going to have people who buy the highs, just like when it went to 67K. And then the rappers bought it, then it dropped. And then remember when what's that shit? The Bored Apes. What do you call that stuff? Right? The Bored Apes, right? The NFTs. Whenever it's lots of hype and lots of publicity about something, then in my personal opinion, you should wait on a drop. Because you will be the one to be buying high. That's just my personal opinion. Am I a Bitcoin expert? I can't say I'm not, because it's not hard to figure out. It's whether you believe or you don't believe. Fortunately, the believers won. But if the Democratic Party won, if that was part of the script, this thing would be dropping. So I don't know. All I know is I personally would not buy at 90K. I would never be the person to buy a high. You should never buy into strength. You should always buy dips. That's just my personal opinion. If it retests 70K, that would be the latest dip I would tell you to buy. But I wouldn't say buy unless it gets to 70 or 50K again. Just my personal opinion. But hey, folks, you can buy high, but I would never tell anybody to buy high. I would always say buy significant dips. I would always say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my personal opinion. Told you, King, just wait to average into Bitcoin unless it's very small amount. You can start now, but it's at all-time highs. Don't start now, man. Don't do that, folks. You're just going to be burning cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, just my honest opinion, you're going to be burning cash. That's how people lose on crypto. This is the reason why people lose on crypto. It's because every time crypto gets very hyped, every crypto expert is telling you at its peak, we're early. And then all of you pour your money into Bitcoin, then you lose your money, then you blame crypto, and then now you lost. That's what happens every single time. That's the reason why people lose money on crypto. It's not because it's a bad asset. It's because y'all are taught to buy at highs when everybody else has made money. But I do believe if Bitcoin drops one more time, the world, it would be the greatest asset in the world if it drops one more time. I do predict that. I believe like the fucking entire world. This shit drops to 25K, 50, 40s, all that shit. you can cancel Christmas. It's going it's you name it, everybody and their mama gonna be on it in that shit. Like, so it would behoove them to drop it one more time to build up liquidity. A fourth FOMO run, the world is gonna be in that shit. Yeah, it's just how it go, folks. I second that motion, and to do that, remove most of your money into shares and savings instead of banks. Your bank will grow better. Made 7.5 grand with you and Brett last week. I'm excited. That's what's up, bro. Never buy into strength. I like that. I hope people are picking up what you're putting down. I hope so too, bro. You buy Bitcoin too high, then you know what's up. But y'all know what it is, folks. Honey Drip. Make sure if you're on Instagram Live, comment the word Discord to join the free version of my Discord, or comment the word trial if you want to get into our stocks. We're starting a new small account challenge with all the admins participating, and we're going to do all the intensive research. We're also going to be adding day trading to the small account challenge. So for anybody trying to grow a small account, if you have a $1,000 to $2,000 account and you want to make $100 to $200 per day, comment the word trial if you're on IG, and then click the link in the description, or I'll pin the link in the comments. I'm going to have my day trading experts specifically tell you guys what they're getting into to grow your accounts. So you guys, if you want to tap into that, we're having a day trading small account challenge. And I want to have my day trading experts give day trading small account plays specifically with people who want to make $100 to $200 per day. All right. Click the link in the description if you're on YouTube and you're interested. And yeah, folks, God bless you guys. And I will see you guys. I'm about to go and eat my food. I'm in Barbados. Make sure you guys tap in, leave a like, and leave a comment. I'm going to read all the comments on Stock Sundays. And yeah, folks, I finally got my IG Live back. That's crazy. While I'm in Barbados. So God just blesses you in all types of ways. God bless y'all.